Hey guys, so if you're a Halo fan, you should probably know that the servers for Halo 3, Halo 4, Halo Reach, and basically any of the 360 era Halo games are being shut down in December of 2021. So it's basically the Halo 2 situation all over again. But it's odd that these are the first games to go and they're not shutting down all of the Xbox 360 services. But at the same time, the Master Chief Collection is now in a place where people can just play it and it'll essentially be like the games that you played on the 360. They're nearly flawless, but there is still some work to be done, and especially some restoration work that could be done. But anyway, so when 343 was busy fixing MCC, they decided that they were going to port over every existing Halo map that was in the file share on the 360. And basically it meant that all the profiles that had maps and game variants in their file share got transferred over to their profiles. Now this was a one-time thing, and unfortunately some people didn't make it in time. However, there is a workaround for that, and it's fairly simple. Now the basis for this method is I learned from General Kid, who basically shows you how to port 360 maps to the PC. And this method that I'm about to show you is basically the same, but I'm also going to show you how to take those maps from the 360 and get them over to Xbox One. It's a fairly simple process as long as you have a PC, a 360, and a USB stick. So here we go. This is how we do it. This is the Xbox 360 dashboard. You're going to need an Xbox 360 and you're going to need a USB stick that is formatted to the Xbox 360. So let me make sure that I've got mine in here real quick. Okay, I've got an unformatted one and we're going to want to format that. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, we are done formatting that USB stick. Now, step 2, fairly straightforward. If there's a map on a certain Halo game that you want, you need to open up that Halo game. So for this particular example, I'm just going to load up Halo 3. Here it is. Let's just launch that real quick. Okay, so I'm given the option here to choose a storage device. If you do it, it'll save you some time, but I'll also show you if you don't choose a storage device what to do after that. So I'm going to choose the USB, and I'm going to go into Forge, and I'm just going to save a few minutes. Go into Foundry and wait for it to load because it's going to take a while. Alright, so I'm going to load up Foundry here. Okay, so I'm just going to go in and just do some random things. Boom, the map is now custom. Okay, we're going to save the map. Yes, Hammer and Anvil. I agree. We're going to name this map MCC Port. Because why not? Alright, boom, it is saved. I'm also going to do a game mode, because why not? We're going to save this. Save as new. MCC Port. I'm going to just do GT game type. Okay. Now that we've got those saved, we need to go into our system settings and we're going to double check to make sure those files are on the USB stick. Okay, so now this is the USB stick that we have plugged in, and we have two things. We've got the map variant and the game variant. Now if you didn't choose your USB stick, just go over to wherever you saved the map or game type, and you're just going to want to scroll until you find whichever Halo game you had, so Halo 3, search for your game type and just move it over to the flash drive and you should be good. Now I did forget to mention that this works for already existing maps and game types. I'm sure that's the whole reason why you clicked on this video. So all you need to do is take your existing maps that you have saved on your hard drive and move them over to the flash drive. Sorry for not mentioning that earlier, but things happen. Alright, this next part requires you to pull out your shitty laptop that you've had for 10 years and you want to turn that bad boy on. Now, you are going to need to have access to a version of the Master Chief Collection on PC, because that's how we're going to get it over to the 360. Now, you might be thinking, I don't want to buy a version of the Master Chief Collection for the PC. Well, I have some options for you. So, say you're a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, good news, you can use that very subscription to download MCC to your PC. That method will work here. Another option would be, if you bought MCC digitally, I'm pretty sure through Xbox Play Anywhere, you can also download that game to the PC. Okay, so here we are at the desktop. Now you want to make sure that your flash drive is plugged in, and what you're going to want to do is download a program called Horizon. Now, once you have the flash drive plugged in, it's going to recognize it over here. So click on the flash drive, click on the games, click on Halo 3, and you're going to see that the MCC port map variant is right here, and the game type is right here. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to want to click on that, and give it a second here. Alright, and then you're going to want to click on Contents, click on sandbox.map. No, it's not the actual sandbox map in Halo 3. Now, I'm going to extract this to my desktop because the rest of this gets kind of a little complicated. Now, the method I'm showing you is how to do this on whether or not you're using MCC on Game Pass. If not, it's going to be, if you're using Steam, it's going to be as simple as locating these files on the in your Steam folder, Steam games, whatever. So what you're going to want to do now is you're going to want to click on your C drive. You're going to want to click on users, look for your user. Okay, and then you're going to want to click on app data. Now you might have to turn on showing invisible folders in order to see that. So you're going to want to click on that. Local low. You're going to see MCC here. And then local files, and then you're going to see this folder here. And then you're going to see hopefully these two files. Now, if these two folders do not show up, here's what you need to do. You need to launch MCC on the PC and just save a forge map, and then these folders should show up. Now once they've shown up, you're gonna see probably a map folder, and that's what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to open that up. And I've already put mine in here, but there is one more step. So you saw that I extracted the file right there to the desktop. It's the sandbox.map file. Now here's what you're going to do. You're going to want to drag it over into the folder where your Halo 3 map is. Okay, now this is important here. You're going to want to rename the file whatever you want, but there is an important part after the renaming process. So what you do here, let's just say, did I just delete it by accident? I didn't mean to delete it. Okay. This is the same file. I already have it renamed. So what you want to do is you want to name it whatever you want to name it, and then it's very important. You want the .mvar. You want it to match the file there, and then that's what you're going to want to save it as. So there's that. Now I'm going to show you how to get that map on the Xbox One. But if you're just wanting the PC, this step is done. I'll show you how to access it on PC because that step is important to get it on Xbox One. Okay, now that you have MCC opened on the PC, you're going to want to go to Options and Career. You're going to want to go to My Files, Map Variants or Game Type Variants, whichever one you chose. You're going to want to go up to Private Files, and as you can see, the MCC port is right there. Now you're going to notice it's going to say upload denied, so you cannot upload this map to your file share. Luckily, I'm going to show you a workaround, because the goal ultimately is to get it on Xbox One. Now, if you want it on PC, it's as simple as going to save as, and then naming it, and then description, and boom. So now what we're going to want to do in order to get it on the Xbox One, you don't have to put it in LAN mode if you have an internet connection, but I prefer LAN because it's going to give you the best quality over your internet. So what you're going to do, go to network, go to LAN, and then save. And then what we're going to do, we're going to go into create, forge, Halo 3. Okay, and then our map is here on Foundry, and here it is, the MCC port. So now that we're in LAN, what we're going to do is we're just going to launch it, and this computer is going to take a long time to load this up because this computer is not a gaming computer. But while you have your PC opened up, go ahead and launch the Master Chief Collection on your either Xbox One, Series X, Series S, it doesn't matter, as long as the game, as long as it can play the MCC. And what you're also going to want to do is you're also going to want to go into network and make that same connection over LAN, save it, and then press X, and you're going to see the profile that you have logged in to your computer. I'd recommend that you have a dummy profile on your computer, and then your main account on the Xbox. So this is still loading here. It's going to take a minute, so I'm going to wait to hit join on that. So yeah. Okay, so now 6 minutes later, after my computer was loading up this map, I'm going to make sure that the changes that I just briefly made on the 360 are actually gotten rid of, and it looks like they are indeed. So now on the Xbox, now that we've loaded in, we're going to hit join by clicking on the computer profile that we have. And this shouldn't take very long at all since this is running on a Series X. I just got the notification that I joined right there. Still loading. And we're in. So now that we've got the map on the Xbox One, all we need to do is hit pause and save as. So already MCC port, and done. And that is how you take 360 maps and put them on Xbox One. First they have to go onto PC, and then you can transfer them back over, and then from here you can put them in your file share. So pretty simple. So go ahead, subscribe, like the video especially, because I think this is really cool. It just allows for preservation of those classic moments that we had in Halo 3. So, yep, I'll see you guys later.